Hi, Emily here from CURRENTBODY. Please don't judge my makeup-free face. This is a rare sight that not many people get to see. I'm going to run you through today my everyday makeup routine. And the most important thing for me is about prepping my face to make sure that my makeup goes on well and stays on well. This involves using my Clariosnic. I use this twice a day because I do have normal skin, it's not very sensitive, and I can use it twice a day without having to worry about sort of overstimulating my skin or anything like that. So I use the sensitive brush head which comes with the device, and I use it for 1 minute in the shower every morning with the Clariosnic cleanser that came with it. It's the Hydro cleanser I use. And I think it's really important to get a good clean base to your makeup. Once you've used the Clariosnic, it removes any oil and dirt that's trapped in your pores. So when you apply your products and when you apply your makeup, you've got a perfect base on which to put them. You've got a smooth base, you've got nothing trapped in the pores, and it really sinks in and stays on very well. So that's my starting point. Then I move on to my beloved Lancome Visionnaire Serum. 2 drops of that, which I spread all over my face, which I've already done. And then my day cream, which at the moment I'm using, again, Lancome Renju Multi-Lift. It's just a sample size that I'm working my way through at the moment. Now, next thing that I do, because I do have sort of slight dark circles under my eyes, I do use a fair bit of concealer. And so I think it's really important to make sure that you use an eye cream, not just to improve the look of those dark circles, but also when you put your concealer on the top of a really good eye cream, it goes on very smoothly and it sort of sticks very well, and I think that's a really important step that mustn't be missed out. So the concealer that I use is Benefit's Erase Paste. I love this. It really takes out that kind of bruisedness of the eye, and because I've got relatively pale skin, I also get sort of slightly dark eyelids, and it helps with that. So I'm just going to use a foundation brush. This is an Eco Tools one, which is really useful. Now I take out any sort of redness or any colour that is on my face. So I use it on the side of my nose first of all, and just sort of gently press that in, and then under the eyes. Look, concealer face. Why do we all have to do concealer face? It's the same as mascara face, isn't it? So that goes under my eye circles. Now I'm not looking really to blend that in really well at this juncture. Obviously when you're working under the eye you do need to be nice and gentle. So I take that into those corners, and then just a tiny bit across my eyelids, because as I said, because I've got relatively pale skin, I get sort of that dark colour on the eyelids, and it's much nicer to put a base of eyeshadow onto a plain colour. So just a few areas where I've got sort of scarring or spots. So that's the Erase Paste. Then I move on to, I've recently purchased this and I just love it. This is Christian Dior, it's called Star. It's absolutely amazing. I have never used a foundation like this. I only use 2 pumps, which I put onto the back of my hand. They've got like a special matching system when you go to the Dior counter, and it literally reads the colour of your face and matches the foundation perfectly, and this is a fantastic match for me. I can't remember what it is, it's number 30. So I also use the blending sponge that you can purchase along with Skin Star. It's very much like the Beauty Blender, and it feels very similar. It's quite squishy. So I take the pointed corner and run that under my eyes. Now I think the coverage on this is really good, and it also gives a great kind of dewy complexion. Using the sponge really helps, I think, because you can work the product in to the different areas that are more difficult to get usually. So take a bit more product and along the chin. It's quite strange using the camera as a mirror, I must admit. It doesn't feel quite the same as using a normal mirror, I don't know why. So I use the sponge just to work all that foundation in, and then take the last section across the top of my head. It gives a really lovely dewy glow. I don't use this every day at the moment. Occasionally, if say, you know, I'm not going anywhere, I'm just going to be at home for the day, I do use a cheaper foundation, because at £32, it's on the higher end of the scale. And when I don't use it, I really do notice the difference. And in fact, I've been sort of moving into using it a lot more. So that's really covered. And then what I do is I take the bottom of the sponge and really press the foundation into the skin. Now, because I have prepped really well using my Clariosnic, I do find that the base goes on really smoothly and really, really evenly. And as I said, I think it's something that's really important. You know, lot of us spend quite a lot of money on makeup. You know, if you're using high-end brands, they are expensive. And if you don't prep your skin properly, the makeup's going to come off, it's not going to go on nicely, and it's almost a waste of time spending money on expensive products if you then haven't got a good base to put them on. So just work it there around my chin, so you can see it goes on really nice and evenly. It's very dewy, almost shiny. I think actually they call it the ultimate selfie makeup, whatever that might be. So that's that. Then I use a little bit of Benefit Fake Up. This is just a sample one. So it's got concealer in the middle and kind of a moisturiser on the outside, just to retouch those areas under there. And I just work that in using my finger there, my fourth finger always. Always use my ring finger under my eyes because it's the most delicate part. And then I'm just going to set that with a tiny bit of powder. I don't tend to use a huge amount of powder, mainly because I've got that lovely dewy complexion from the Dior Skin Star, and I don't want to lose that, obviously, by using a lot of powder. But what I do is I set it sort of around the oily areas of my face and under my eyes. So I use a velour puff and put on very gently. And now you can see, obviously, it looks like I've got far too much on at the moment. But what I then do is knock off any excess. So you can see I'm just doing it around sort of the T-zone, that kind of thing. I like to leave the edges more sort of dewy. So then I take a big powder brush and just knock off any excess that I've got there. Okay, so now I've got that kind of quite plain base. I need to put some colour back in my life, don't I? So the next thing, oh actually I must do one thing quickly. These are the Talika heated eyelash curlers that I use. I really like these. I've been using these now for about a month, I think. And I've actually got rid of my normal Shumura eyelash curlers, shock horror, which I never thought I would say, but I love these. They're heated, so when you switch them on, you get a little blue LED light. They run off 2 AAA batteries. And then you've got this red panel, which is where you place the eyelashes. You simply squeeze it using your thumb there. And once that turns to white, you know it's heated and it's ready to use. So I'm just going to put those on now so they're heating up while I'm doing the rest of my makeup. I'm then going to add some colour back into my life using some bronzer. This is the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, Fab Brush. I love the Real Techniques brushes, they're brilliant. It's really fluffy and it's great for just working in that bit of bronzer. So I've got a B Beauty from Superdrug a contouring highlighting kit. So you've got your bronzer on one side, highlighter on the other. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that and work some under my chin there. So this is, I'm not really contouring, you know, you can see a lot of videos here about proper contouring, and I don't profess to be an expert in that. But just a little bit, I think, adds a bit of colour. So then, and there, the old cheek suck. You can see where my cheekbones go. On the other side, and really sort of, you know, as you can see, it's only a touch of bronzer, but it's just highlighting the areas of my face where the sun would normally catch. So a bit around the forehead. Really working that in, and then I tend to shade just softly on either side of my nose where the sun would naturally catch me. So that's that, and I'll come back to the highlighter section in a moment after I've done my blush. So I use Benefit Rocature, which is a great all-round brush, I think. It really suits my skin tone. You can see it there, and I've got a large powder brush. I think that's an Eco Tools brush. So I just take a little bit and circular motions just in the apple of the cheek. You just work that round, and the same on the other side. There we go, lovely. And then back to my highlighter. So I'm going to use a little bit of that just on my finger. It's quite a nice highlighter actually, and just place that along the top of the cheekbone there, and rub that in. Just brings a really nice light, and actually this lasts really well, this highlighter. I tend to sort of I catch myself in the mirror every so often later on in the day. I'm still all nice and shiny. A little bit on the nose, chin, why not? Okay, and let's have a little bit under eyebrows. Okay, so I'm going to do my eyeshadow first, and then I'm going to go back to my heated eyelash curlers. So I have got the Naked Basics from Urban Decay. This is a great all-round palette for everyday use. You can see it comes in all those sort of neutral shades. I tend to use the two in the middle, which is WOS, can't remember what that stands for, and Naked 2. So I'm going to put the sort of paler of the two colours on a large brush and just wash that all over my eye. So that, there we go. So that's like a nice base, because again, as I touched on earlier on, I do have slightly darker eyelids and I like that light look. So again, and I find this works best with quite a nice large brush. Actually, let's use that mirror. Even better. There we go. Okay, so that's that worked over. Then I've got a smaller brush, which is the shading brush from Real Techniques. And I'm going to take the darker colour, so that's the Naked 2 there. And actually, let's have a touch of faint there. So I've got a tiny bit of darker colour. So this is a great shading brush for working your colour into the eye socket. And I really do like to sort of blend that in entirely and then work some down over to the lash line there. Now this looks great in a minute. When I use the eyelash curlers, you'll really see how much it opens up my eyes. Let's take that brush again and really make sure that that is well and truly shaded in there. Brilliant. Working with 2 brushes, just like a professional. So there, and a touch of that faint again, and the same, working it into the eye socket and down over the eyelid there. And then again, let's take that big brush. Just really shade it in so it looks like the colour's really well blended right over the eye there. Fab. Okay, so next thing for me is these lovely heat eyelash colours. So you can see that it's gone completely white at the top, which means the pad's completely heated. They're very simple to use. Simply place the eyelashes in there and then press and hold for about 30 seconds. Although sometimes, to be honest, if I'm in a rush, I do only do it for about 15. Sometimes in the mornings when I'm doing the school run, that kind of thing, I'll do it for slightly less. And even just that 15 seconds really makes a difference. You know, if you listen to proper makeup artists, they'll always tell you that curling the eyelashes really opens up the eye. It's a step that's never missed by professionals. They always do it. It's a matter of course. So that's one I've done. Let's do the other one. If I had more time, I would probably do the base eyelashes and then move it out slightly and catch really the edge of the eyelash, and that really gives you that lovely curve and really opens it up. And I find using these heated eyelashes combined with a really good mascara, I use a Benefit one, I think it's They're Real, fabulous mascara, really, really opens up the eyes. These are a great item, really nice little stocking filler. I think they're £25, they're really nice. So then just a touch of eyeliner. I'm going to use a little mirror now because you're a bit too far away over there. So this is a L'Oreal Black Liqueur Waterproof Super Liner. And I don't use a huge amount. If I was doing, you know, not my everyday look, more of a night out, this is great for doing a wing tip and really bold eyeliner. But I tend to use literally just a touch along the top lashes there. So it's just a tiny bit of emphasis, and then again the same on the other side. So it's on the outer corner of the eye just to open it up. But you'll see when I apply my mascara, the combination of the mascara and the eyelash curler works really well. Okay, so as I said, it's Benefit They're Real mascara that I use. Love, love, love. This is a fantastic mascara. I can't bring myself to use anything else anymore. I haven't tried their eyeliner yet, their Real eyeliner, but I have read that it's a fabulous product as well. So I might have to give that a go next time I need a new eyeliner. So you can see the effect of the eyelashes, of the eyelash curler, really brings out those eyelashes really, really well. And during the day, to be honest, I only do one coat. I know lots of people say that you should be doing more. And if I'm going for a night out, then I'll do more, especially if I'm wearing false eyelashes, because I think a second layer of mascara really brings the false eyelash and the mascara together. But for day wear, I think this is fine. So you can see they're really sort of nice and long. And then final couple of things are, eyebrows. I can't forget eyebrows, that'd be ridiculous. This is the Benefit Brow Duo, which I was going to say is a bit tired and loved. I'm quite keen on my Benefit products actually, aren't I? I didn't realise how much until I've been doing this. I do quite like a Benefit product. My sort of top products at the moment definitely are the Real Technique brushes. I love those. They're a recent addition to my beauty look. So just defining the brows really. We're not, you know, they're not like a heavy brow sort of Cara type of look, but it's just about making sure that my face is sort of finished. Again, brows is one of those things I think that if you miss out, it can be quite obvious, and your face really just looks like it's not quite been finished. So that is like the Benefit Brow Duo is like a gel that you sort of put over the brows to keep them in place, and then you put your colour on using a little tiny brush, and it's a shadow. So I'm almost done, just final bit, which is lip gloss. This is a Lancome lip cover. Can't remember the colour, but it's very pale and pinky, really nice for day. Have a look at that. There we go. And that's me finished. I'm off to go shopping. So just to recap, my main point is making sure that you prep your face really well before putting your makeup on. You'll find that your makeup lasts much longer. And Clariosnic for me really is the best way to do that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed getting ready with me.